Alrighty. Welcome to our brainstorming session to Fancast. Tom Riddle himself. I was just looking at some just generic art. Like even this stuff. This stuff gives us, to me, it gives me like a good, maybe a good like basis for like what the actor should kind of look like. A lot of these are basing these on, I gotta look this up. It's about time I looked this up. Rafe. Rafe Fiennes. Everyone, say it with me.
Rafe Fiennes. Rafe Fiennes.
Rafe. Why the heck is it pronounced Rafe and not Ralph? Is that a British thing? Where's Becky when you need her? When can I make fun of Becky or our Brits for saying things weird? But Ray is, yeah, he's an English actor. Um, correct pronunciation. Rafe. You heard it here first. Nagini is with a hard G. Comes from the Hindi word for snake. Wow. Is it Naagin or Noggin? Nagin? Brits do have weird names. Efer, that's actually fascinating. So it's Nagini Harji, not Nagini. Me and Danny had a teacher. Chafels. It's a miracle. It is an actual miracle. Me and Danny had a teacher called, I shouldn't really say her last name, but it kind of rhymed with Nagini. So that's why he probably says it Nagini, because we used to have a chemistry teacher who her name rhymed with the soft G. So maybe that's why he says it. I don't know. There's probably some psychology behind why he says it that way. What movie did you see? Was it good? Oh, we saw what was that bird movie? Migration. It was cute. It wasn't a great movie, to be honest. Very bad plot development. The scenes like went. I'm like critically. I'm like making this a critical take on the movie Migration. Character development wasn't really there, and it was cute, but it was like it didn't have good movements from one act to the other. That's for kids. What do you mean? What do you expect for kids? Like if it's made for kids, it's got to have unbelievable draw to it. Like there are kids movies. I will go on a rant on this. There are kids movies out there that are the most top-notch movies you will ever see, and how they move. Kubo and the Two Strings, not maybe a perfect, it's not an essential kids movie. Yeah, but that's the issue. You got to make them care. Like, yeah, kids are gonna like crap movies, and that's just like that's it. That's just what's gonna happen. But there are great kids movies out there that kids can love and adults can enjoy too. June went on a lunch break early for this stream. Yes. Hopefully it's not going to be disappointing. We're not going to be disappointed here. What movie? Okay. Christmas Miracle happens once a year. I rented Violent Night this weekend. Is that a horror movie? Because if that's horror, I can't do that at all. We're sort of like Noggin. Interesting. Noggin. Just like quick noggin. Interesting. Long A. So like how you would pronounce the O in hot. Noggin. That's cool. I like it. I'm learning Hindi over here. Okay, guys. One of the first things that we need to do is we need to come up with a list of extra criteria that we have for Voldemort. So this is the book description. Pale skin, chalk white, skull-like face, snake-like slits for nostrils, red eyes and a cat-like slit for pupils, and a skeletally thin body and long, thin hands with unnaturally long fingers. I can't have a nose. All this can be prosthetically done. I do have a front runner already for this because I am such a fan of Rafe Fiennes. Pronunciation is correct. I am such a fan of Rafe that I think he is the only real character who should reprise his role. He's the perfect age now. How old is he? He's 61 years old. I think he should just play this role. Now, my only issue with him might seem like a really insignificant issue with him. I just want to see. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this. This might seem petty. His height, he's 5'11". I know that's tall, but is that tall enough? To me, I want like a super long and gangly guy. Okay, hold on. Nemo, I'm gonna start. Hold on to any names so far. Although I'm just gonna add these real quick. Andrew Scott. All right, this is all my Dumbledore stuff, so I gotta delete all of this. No one give me any more names except for these at the moment. I need to process this. Nicholas Hoult. Mad Mickelson, I think would be good. Okay, I have a few criteria. Let's really quick come up with, I think tall and gangly is almost like what I kind of picture him as. And I feel like there's a daunting, almost like a Slender Man presence to him with that. You're like one of those girls on dating apps, 6'2" and above only. Although I am 6'2", so that works perfect. Snake-like. So for sure, give me more like personality traits. Like I think he has to be absolutely daunting. Like there's a few people that we're going to talk about. So like one front runner that a lot of people want is Cillian Murphy. And Murphy has the daunting Cillian. Well, I don't know how to. I think he has the dauntingness to him, but I don't think he has the emotion. Cillian Murphy is a very like, not like a held back actor, but he seems to hide his emotion really well, and that's what makes him so scary. And I don't think Voldemort does that. It's Cillian Murphy. Wow, I'm going to pronounce every single actor's name wrong on this stream. I love him too. I think he's fantastic. I think he's one of the best actors. He's just one of the most attractive people in the world to me. I think this dude is unbelievably attractive. Like this guy is a beautiful human. But I think he has like the gauntness of his face, but I don't think he has he's like a little, not like emotionless, because when he does emotion, he does it well. I'm thinking of when he's in Inception, he has the scene when he cries at the end, and I think he does emotion so well because at the end, or like he's very emotionally stolid, and then at the end he like kind of jumps in and it catches you by surprise. But I think Voldemort is like very emotionally, it goes everywhere, which is why Rafe does it so well. So like emotionally volatile and like just volatile in general. What are other descriptors that you would have? Killian. Is it Killian? Cillian Murphy. Violent Night, like Die Hard meets Home Alone on steroids with more blood. Oh my gosh. He's both creepy and hot. He's like a weird version of hot. Like I don't understand how like he's like hot, but he's weird hot. You know how people a few months ago were like, there's 4 types of hot for guys. There's bear, golden retriever, like fox, and reptilian. He is like reptilian hot. which is kind of Voldemort's description. I feel like he has Voldemort's physical description, but his personality I just don't think matches Voldemort at all. And I care a little bit more maybe about the personality, because the physical appearance you can change. He's not conventionally hot. Yeah, he's not conventionally hot, but very, very attractive. Give me some other descriptors. Like when you guys are picturing Voldemort, his emotional, like who is Voldemort on the inside? Now, Ifra. Sorry, I'm getting chill. Leave me cold. Cold, yeah. Wow. Jason Isaacs plays a villain like everyone. He could be good. He'd be hard to disassociate from. June is looking for reptilian hot. Wily Coyote. I gotta find that meme. This is it. Eagle, bear, reptile, dog. Every guy is one of these. They're reptiles. Cillian Murphy is a reptile hot. He has a dog-like face. He has a bear-like face. He has an eagle-like face. Someone told me I'm more eagle-like once. Sacha Baron Cohen, I'm not joking, I think could crush this role. He's a dark horse. I don't know how to spell it though. I'm not even joking. People might think this is insane, but I think he could actually do really well. You're still confused. hold on, guys. Still come up with. I need more like descriptors of him. I know we want to jump into like the names really quick, but I still want like I need this script to come up with like what we're actually looking for. What's our criteria for how we're picking Voldemort? Because that's the most important thing. Yeah, we have Andrew Scott on the list already. He would be interesting. Yeah, soft spoken I think is a he's interesting though. Like he's soft spoken, but still I think emotionally volatile. Charisma. Mainly because Bellatrix's energy needs to be understood. Like we need to know why Bellatrix has a sexual energy toward him. Elegant is a great word. Oh my gosh. He's not a clumsy dude. And that's like my perception of him in the books. Not that Ralph Fiennes isn't elegant, but like Voldemort has more of like in the way he moves. I feel like more of this like snake-like elegance to him. High, cold voice. Yeah. Yeah, slightly inhuman. Remorseless. I love that. Merciless. Very direct. That's a great word too. It kind of like walks like a ballet dancer, legit. Yeah, we got the red eyes. And all these things are interesting. Like he's purposeful, but he's not at the same time. He's direct, but he's not. He's merciless. He's just merciless, just flat out. He tiptoes through the tulips. Veiny? No joke. That's actually a great description. I feel like he's got to be a little veiny. Hybristophilia is sexual attraction to criminals. So interesting. Yeah, maybe Bellatrix is more about that, but I still think that there's charisma to Voldemort. Like, because he was really attractive when he was young. And his young personality, I know he's like foregoing. I think we're thinking a lot of Tom Riddle too. Like Tom Riddle's charisma needs to play out. You need to see shades of it. Like it can't come out all the time, but you need certain shades of it because you need to see that this person is still Tom Riddle. He commands a room. Like, man, oh my gosh, isn't it true that who was the one Ted Bundy that like people said after he got caught that they like wanted to be his victims because he was so attractive or something like that, like weird stuff like that. Wasn't Ted Bundy unconventionally attractive? I heard this story once where I feel like this isn't true to be completely honest because it was on TikTok. So, people just fabricate stories, but this is a story that people were like, always trust your gut. Apparently there were two people. They were like, let's go on a walk in the woods, kind of just like at night. So it was like this couple and they were walking in the woods and apparently like one of them felt like something was wrong. They were like, okay, something's creepy right near here. So we need to go. So they started walking back and then all of a sudden they heard a noise and they just dropped and they kept hearing this noise. So like they ran away as fast as they could. But the guy said as soon as he got up to run, he like tripped on something squishy and didn't know what it was and just kept running. And then later on, when Ted Bundy got caught, he said like, so a reporter asked him, what was the closest you ever got to getting caught? And I think he said something like, someone was in the woods when I was like using a victim and he tripped over my victim. And I was like, oh my gosh, that would be the worst. That would be the most terrifying thing in the entire world. Oh my gosh. Voldemort rarely appreciated or rewarded. Yeah. Like he starves his followers a like an emotional way. That's a great description, Toodles. Needs to be feared when his toe hair enters the room. All right, so these are our descriptions. I think these are good descriptors. Andrew Scott, I think, could do that. Andrew Scott has like the emotional volatility to him. I think that's one of his best attributes. It was great in Fleabag. That's my criteria. If you're good in Fleabag, you're good. You're gonna be good anywhere. Dude, Andrew Scott could be so good. Like Moriarty, that was a terrifying. Moriarty was he was great in Sherlock as Moriarty too. Hot Priest is so hot. He was so good as the Hot Priest. Oh my gosh. Fleabag is my top show of all time. I think that is the greatest show ever produced. Has like Andrew Scott has when he's acting, he has like this maniacal face. Anybody see him in 1917? He was great in 1917. Oh my gosh, he was so good. Now, what is this guy in? I've seen him in a few things. I don't know him in a ton. I saw Mad Max. I think Mad Max is one of the most overrated movies of our generation. I did not think it was that good. People raved about that movie. I just thought it was okay. Liam Neeson. Let's throw Liam Neeson in. It was like, great action, but like What else, you know? Ian McShane. I don't know who that is. Wait, let me Google it. Let me copy paste this. What the heck did I just copy paste? Ooh, dang. Ooh, yeah, he would have a good voice for that. Let's throw him on the list. No, not italic. Capital. All right. All right, Nicholas Holt. Pros, cons. What are cons of Andrew Scott? I like this might sound terrible. He's not tall enough. How tall? He's 5'8". He's just not tall enough. Old. He's not old enough too. But still, like his age is not an issue. I don't think the age matters that much with the Voldemort role, if I'm being honest. Maybe that's a weird thing to say, but I don't think it matters that significantly. I think it matters a little bit more with Dumbledore. He can't look crazy young. He can't like yeah, maybe Nicholas Holt looks too young. What are pros of Holt? Yeah, you gotta be fake height a little bit. That's very true. Fassbender could do that really well too. Fassbender could really do that well. Is Ian McShane in Game of Thrones? Hold on. Nicholas Holt. I don't know a ton about this guy as an actor. Like I don't like this because there's something behind this guy's eyes of like seduction, you know? And Voldemort doesn't I don't think he maybe I think Tom he so this guy right here, like this is a Tom Riddle image. This isn't a Lord Voldemort image. I think Lord Voldemort's image needs to change from being seductive to being just like stone faced. Not necessarily stone faced, but like he doesn't let anybody in. He's not like wooing anybody into his presence, you know? He's like he wants nothing to do with friendship. That's another descriptor. He wants you to want to get to know him. I don't know much about him. So I don't know what pros would be. Mad Mads Mads is just a great actor. Mads has this snake-like look to him. He did play Grindelwald. I don't think I that's why I would probably say no. Hold on. Brandon Ruth. Let's just stick with Voldemort Prime, like Prime Voldemort here. Because I want to do another one for who we think should play Tom Riddle, because I think those actors are going to be different. We're just picking really, you guys are just fooling me here. We're only picking really attractive actors. Ooh, this guy I feel like could do him decently well. I haven't seen him in too much either. He hasn't been in a ton. Yeah, Voldemort is attractive, but I think that he's losing some of his attraction though, as he's Voldemort, you know? Like he's attractive as Tom Riddle. He becomes more snake-like and less attractive as he splits his soul. Peter Facelli. I don't even know half these actors. I love this. I'm recommending some great people right now. Ooh, already I kind of like him. Maybe a bit too thick. That wasn't the word I was looking for, but you know what I mean. Liam Neeson, cold. He's got a great voice. Almost too emotionally stable. Like there's things. So one thing that I think, one reason why I think Grindelwald is actually a little scarier than Voldemort is because in my head, Voldemort, maybe this is Rafe's depiction of him, Voldemort is much more emotionally volatile. Like I think so this is who I think the greatest villain in any film I've ever seen has been the bad guy in No Country for Old Men. What was his name? Anton Chigurh was legitimately the scariest villain I have ever seen in a movie in my entire life. But I think the reason that he was so scary is because something that Voldemort doesn't necessarily have, which is just like silence. This guy was emotionless in this movie. Like, and the times that he portrayed emotion were terrifying. Like this little scene was so scary because he seemed to like lavish in this moment. But this movie didn't even need music because it was so scary because Javier Bardem portrayed him so well. Like just the way he walked, the way he acted, it was just such a good performance. And I don't think Voldemort is like that. Maybe this is just because I think Rafe does a great job, but I think Rafe has this emotional volatility to him that I think Voldemort actually has. But Voldemort is really interesting too. Rami Malek can actually do him pretty well. Ooh, a little no, come on. Jim Parsons. Imagine Jim Parsons. Other than rage and cold humor, Voldemort is emotionless. Agreed, but I think to me it'd be easier to have an emotionless actor. I don't know. That's actually a fascinating idea of how I actually portray him in the books. Hmm. Hold on. Let me look up this guy again. I think this guy's too old. I'm just gonna flat out go like great voice. Too cold, too old. Yeah, maybe they could. I mean that's a good point. I keep thinking of I keep using where is he? Did we not put him yet? Um so Cillian Murphy. I thought we did. Apparently not. I was talking about this before. Like Cillian Murphy to me, when I see him in movies, I don't see him in unbelievably angry moments in movies. Maybe he was like that in Peaky Blinders. I didn't see Peaky Blinders, but all the movies that he was in, he has a very like calm demeanor. And the times that he does portray emotions, like he portrayed emotion in Inception, and he did it really well because it was like he was weeping at the end and it really got you. but I haven't seen him like in fury. Batman Begins maybe a little bit. He was angry in a few scenes in Peaky Blinders. Was it like controlled anger? Hold on, John Sim. Sorry. Let me look this up. Ooh, I already like him. I don't know what he's in really. I've never seen anything that this guy's in, but I like his appearance a little bit. Throw him on the list. Explosive anger. Okay. Yeah, the Skarsgårds could do well. Which one though? Ooh, who's this middle dude? All of them. can we just do all the Skarsgårds? This is Tom Riddle, and this is Lord Voldemort. Like this is Tom Riddle. This is like when he was applying to Defense Against the Dark Arts to be the teacher. This is him later, and this is his brother, his half brother. Eminem has Voldemort. No joke. Actually, that would kind of work. Skarsgård. Let's do Bill. I like Bill. Gustav could do. Come on. Gustav. I think Bill could do him. Like again, there's a point where actors are, you know, they're good because they can do different roles, but like Keanu Reeves, for an example, I think he's a great actor, but I don't think that he can do certain things as an actor that are more convincing than other actors can do. Like I haven't seen Keanu Reeves. He can portray anger. He can portray like emotional volatility pretty well. Can he portray deep sadness really well? Maybe actually. I think he probably could do that. Alfie Allen. Skarsgårds did win the genetic lottery. It is just not fair how attractive they are. Ooh, dang. Oh, this one. Theon, is this is Theon Greyjoy, right? Come on. Why isn't this working? Copy. Oh, that's why. Who plays yeah, we don't need deep sadness for him, so that's kind of true. But I was just talking about Keanu in that role. So like this is why Cillian Murphy, I haven't seen him in Fury. But he apparently he does it well. What's the guy Bolt from Game of Thrones? Like he's too short, 100% too short. That guy was a villain. That guy was a freaking villain. Ooh, Welsh. Like I think you guys are kind of right too. Like there's definitely emotional volatility with Voldemort, but there's also coldness and like unemotionalness to him. Jason Isaacs, man. Um, Richard Harmon. Hold on. Or Harmon. Never seen this guy in anything. Throw them on the list though. A lot of these are actors I really just haven't even heard. I'm not joking. Real consideration. Not even joking. He is an actual actor, guys. He was a spy in this Israeli film, or this Israeli show. I forgot what it was called, but I saw him in a few episodes, and he was actually great. Very convincing. He was in this, yeah, the Trial of Chicago 7 too. Television. He was in, I think, yeah, it was just called The Spy, I guess. Like, if you tell this guy to act seriously, I think he would act seriously. I think he would be actual good. Clint Eastwood, that actually be pretty sweet. Wait, Mark Strong. Ooh. Mark Strong is a good pick. I like that. Mark Strong might crack the top. He's very snake-like. All right, here's the real question, though. I'm going to keep going back to this. 6'2", all right. King of the castle, king of the castle. I'm trying to think of other, like, yeah, like, let's look this up. Let's do this real quick. Who should play? Let's see whoever other people thought. Benny Cumberbatch. Okay, so everyone loves Killian, or Cillian, however you'd say it. Daniel Radcliffe, could you imagine? Ooh, Kenneth Branagh. No, he's too much. This is my Lockhart. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I was looking for some Cillian Murphy anger scenes, and a lot of them are explosive, but I saw some stuff that seems like he could have that calm rage. Huh. I think Cillian's definitely going to be my top 6. Ooh, Jeremy Strong. Is Jeremy Strong Mark Strong's brother? There has to be an air of sociopath behind the guy's eyes. I love Andrew Scott so much. Great actor. There is an air of sociopath behind his eyes. Same thing with Cillian. He's almost too beautiful. This is like on the cusp of Voldemort and Tom Riddle. I don't want Benedict. I like Benedict, but I don't know if I don't know. Daniel Craig. I don't know about Daniel Craig. I don't know about that one. Yeah, like some of these actors are just not like too, I guess, too typecast. Ooh, this is what we need. This post only got 5 upvotes. Come on, people. Ew, that's gross. Okay, this might sound absurd, guys. I don't think he could do it. But this guy blows me away as an actor. Bill Hader. He would need a lot of makeup because the only thing that I think of Bill Hader is I think of his SNL skits, so it would make me laugh. But has anybody seen Barry? No joke. Bill Hader could do it, but he's too typecast. He's so great in Barry. This guy is like a legitimately great actor. He was like the dude in It. He does such good voice work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I look at him and I just laugh because I all I think of is what is the character if he just goes like that on SNL? Yeah, Barry also is a comedy, but the emotional moments. Remember that one scene in Barry where he loses it? Well, he loses it at a bunch of different things, but when he's like acting and he loses it, like that was like terrifying. That was great. I love that he went to Scottsdale Community College. That makes me happy. Jim Carrey could definitely pull that off. No joke. But again, some of these actors like Bill Hader is kind of coming into his own a little bit. But like you can't do Jim Carrey because even though Jim Carrey is a great actor and could do that, I think because I look at him and think he's Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey does great in serious roles. Agreed. Same thing. Have you guys seen Foxcatcher? One of the scariest roles that I've ever seen Steve Carell in. Steve Carell has great range. Steve Carell did great in that role, like legitimately terrifying. Let's see some of these others. This actor will play Lord Voldemort in the new HBO series. I think Killian is like the front runner apparently. Ooh, Bill, Bill, my guy. I think we said this before. I would like a Bill Nye. I don't want Benny. Oh, Circus. I forgot about Andy Circus. Thank you, June. Jamie, what was Jamie Campbell Bower in? Oh, he was great. Wasn't he young Grindelwald? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting. hmm Ryan, I actually agree. I think some comedians are like, you might make fun of this dude, but Adam Sandler was so good in Uncut Gems. So good in that movie. I remember watching a whole YouTube video on why even before Uncut Gems he was an exceptional actor and how he portrayed certain things. Everyone thinks he's such a bad actor, but I think he's got some good depth to him. Comedians I feel like are just great actors. Andy Serkis is just scary. Oh, Charles Dance is the leader. Bill Nye could definitely pull that off. Yeah, Circus is too small. Yeah, Jim Carrey could do it. I'm not gonna lie. But I'll throw his name down, but Jim Carrey. What is this website? This is just literally, this didn't do anything. Oh, this is so stupid. And then I'm on this like, what the hell is this? There we go. Okay, here we go. This is what we need. No, Michael Madsen. Christopher Lee would have been so good had he still been alive. Sean Penn. Someone said Sean Penn earlier. That's a fascinating one. I think he's too short, but I don't know how short he is. But in my head, he's short. So, ooh, wow, wow, wow. Did we just find a front runner? He's not English, guys. I know he's not English. Joaquin could do really good. John Malkovich. I love when Bill Hader impersonates John Malkovich.
I can be John Malkovich.
I'm sorry?
Hello, my name is John Malkovich.
I don't sound anything like that.
No, you sound exactly like this.
No, I don't.
Doesn't he sound like this?
Sì, se la cosa do John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. John Malkovich.
Joaquin could crush that role. Oh, we forgot about Michael. We forgot about me, guys. Fassbender, I think, could crush it, to be honest. Oh, man. Ooh, grind tomorrow. Ryan, great having you on for a little bit. Good luck with the grind tomorrow. I think we're all going back to the grind tomorrow a little bit. It's a little depressing. I remember seeing a meme. It's one of my favorite Christmas memes of like from December 1st to December 25th, you know exactly what day it is. You're counting down meticulously. You're so excited. And then from December 26th to the new year, you don't know what day of the week it is, and you're just filled with cheese. That was the meme. I thought that was so funny. Rafe has a brother? Who's Rafe Fiennes' brother? Joseph Fiennes? Ooh, wow. I like his look if that's Joseph Fiennes. Oh my gosh. Dude. Have we legit just found our front runner? Like, this is kind of what I'm talking about here. Like, there's like, okay, so let me talk about this face for a second. Like, there's mystique and mystery behind this. Finds her family of Voldemort's legit. There's like something that's alluring behind that face, but there's also these eyes that are just like, I'm not letting you in. Like, there's cheekiness behind the face, but it's like, I will kill you. This guy has the intimidation. Look how long and ovular his face is. Like, you can only see the top. Sorry, my face is covering his face. I'll do that for Fassbender. My face will cover half of his face. Ooh, Fiennes' 11-year-old nephew. How old would he be now? 30? Honestly, there's a few front runners right now. Joseph Fiennes is a front runner. Andrew Lincoln. Ooh. There's okay, so when we were talking about this before, like I know sounds a little ridiculous. 4 types of male hotness. With these. Okay. So we were talking about this little list here. I got to move my face. Okay, right here. There's 4 types of male hot. Voldemort cannot be bear hot. I don't think that he can be bear hot. This is too thick. He can't be dog hot either. Tom Riddle may be a little dog hot. Tom Riddle probably eagle hot. Then Lord Voldemort transitioned to reptile hot. And I feel like the physical appearance like that has to be very important. Like, yes, they can, they can change a few things up, but like, I don't think Tom Riddle can be bear hot. He's just too skinny and gangly and like creepy. He needs to have Slender Man vibes, I think. He can't be dog hot either. I know that sounds ridiculous to think of that. But this is like Bear. He's got a square face. Hugo Weaving. Hold on. And he's British. Not bad, actually. No joke. Lord Elrond would be kind of great. Our list of allies grows thin. I like when he does that role, or does that line. Aragorn would be good. I mean, Aragorn would be good in everything that he does. That man could touch us anything that he does. Hugo Weaving famously doesn't like prosthetics. Really? He would have to be prosthetic out of his mind. I'm gonna actually write that point. He was Red Skull. That's right. So he's got to deal with prosthetics in some way, unless they CGI'd that whole thing, which would be crazy. Wow, that's crazy. He didn't return because he didn't like the prosthetics. That's why they kept Redbeard out for so long. Look this up. Snake-like actors. Images. Snape-like. Snake-like, not Snape-like. Honestly, man, this is like a little sad. But if well, what's his face? Why can't I think of his name? It was in 10 Things I Hate About You. I feel like he could have done Voldemort really well, even though he has like golden retriever energy. I looked up that earlier and got a bunch of snakes. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of snakes right here too. Heath Ledger, yeah. Man. Maybe too like blocky of a face, but he could have. What do you guys think of Christian Bale? He also played the Joker. I know anybody who plays the Joker could probably do this. Jack Gleason. What's Jack Gleason? Who's Jack Gleason? Ooh, ew. Lord, little Joffrey. Wait, he's done with acting? Or are you saying he's just a bad actor? Jeremiah Watkins. A little snake-like? A little too kind. Is this guy a comedian? He's got a little snake-like appearance, but he looks too kind. He's got too kind of eyes. Honestly, I feel like with our Dumbledore, it was like, what's in the eyes? Currently voices the Joker? Wow. Some comedians have range. I am telling you, comedians have such range. Ooh. Did he play Redbeard too? Ooh, interesting. There's like an intensity in this guy's eyes. Like let me look up like scariest villains in movies. 20 best horror villains. This is like old. I'm not like seeing actors. I just need like actors, you know? Scariest villain actors. Ooh, who's that guy again? gotta find this. What was it? That guy. Bill Skarsgård, a little creeper. Who's this guy? What was he in? No way. There's no way that's the same guy. Okay, that's that guy. Wait, who's this dude? What's his guy? What's this guy's name? Why do I know him in something? Sherlock's brother. Mark Gaddis. Have we said this? His face is too squat. I'm coming up with the most ridiculous criteria here. You've seen him get angry and that kindness goes away. Fascinating. Yeah, I don't think so. After I just see him here. Top 20 British actors. Hiddleston, we've said Hiddleston before. I can't believe Radcliffe's in that list. He shouldn't be there. Ooh, Ewan McGregor. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think we have a good list. I'm gonna start. Ooh, this guy's got a little creepiness to him. Kind of like this guy. There needs to be like this guy has the maniacalness. John Sims is definitely one. We're gonna touch on that in a second. We got a huge list. Holy smokes. Okay, we're gonna come up with top 6. But I want pictures for all these guys real quick. Because I really don't know some of these guys. Okay. Let's go through this just like as a group. I think Andrew Scott, anybody who we think is like could nail it, we're gonna just put a star next to him, his name, next to their name. I think Andrew Scott could do it. Nicholas Holt, I'm gonna say no. Mads, I'm gonna say no to, because he was Grindelwald. Liam, I'm gonna say no. I do want the British thing going. Ian McShane. Who is Ian McShane? Oh, he's a little too old. I'm gonna say no. Rami, I think is almost like too emotional. Killian, yeah. John Sims, yeah. Let's do both of the Skarsgårds. Alfie Allen. Who is Alfie Allen? No. Control Z, Control C. Ooh, yeah, this guy was good. Maybe a little too short. 5'9". But I think he could do it actually pretty well. Just gonna give him a little star. Why not? Oh, come on. Come on. Richard Harmon. Who is this guy again? A little too blockish of a face, so I'm going to say no for this one. I know, Joseph Fiennes is definitely my front runner. Yeah, I would say no for this guy too. Nah. Theon Greyjoy. Sacha Baron Cohen's an interesting one, but no. Mark Strong. Who's Mark Strong? Ooh, I kind of like this one. Is he English though? Oh, I always do that. Shift, not control. British actor. There you go. Bill. I kind of like Bill. I kind of like Andy. Kind of like Jim, but I'm gonna say no for Jim. Joaquin, Michael, Joseph, Hugo. I'm gonna say yeah for Hugo. Benny, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We just looked that guy's name up and I forgot what he looked like. That's creepy. That's just that dude popping out of me. No, not Viral Hog. Why the heck is Viral Hog? Come on. Ooh, intense. June, great having you. Alexander Skarsgård. I think we do. Do we have Alexander Skarsgård here? Do we have the other ones? We have Gustav and Bill. Ooh, yeah. Definitely have him in this list too. All the Skarsgårds. Come on, can I just freaking copy paste this, please? Control C. There we go. Let's put him with his brothers. Wait, isn't Bill the dad? What's the dad's name? I haven't seen True Blood, but I've heard it is just incredible. I've been dying to see True Blood. I really like Fargo, and one of my friends who knows I love Fargo says that I would love Stellan. Great in Andor. Great in Andor. That dude he's so good. I love this guy. All right. Daniel Day-Lewis. Interesting. Great actor, not good for a long series. Okay, that's true. A lot of blood and gore. Season 2 has a bit much sex for my liking, but and that True Blood was great. I've heard season 1 is just really great. It might dip from that point, but I've heard season 1 is great. How about Tom Hardy? Tom Hardy may be like a too much like, I don't know. Tom Hardy might be good. How about Tilda Swinton? Tilda Swinton as like something. Wow, Richard Harris. Look how young he looks here. Ooh, John Hurt, a little Ollivander. Man, so sad half these guys are gone. I would love Ewan as something. What could Ewan play in Harry Potter? Maybe like Mr. Weasley or something like that. I don't know. Ooh, this guy could be. He was in The Town. Ooh, yeah, like Lockhart. Yeah, he could actually be a really good Lockhart. Or Sirius. He's just got great range, so he could do anything. Hugo, Sean Bean, Toby Jones. This is like our Wormtail right here. Andrew Lincoln. Ooh, Matt Smith. Let's just throw him on the list. All right, this is our list. Yeah, Ewan has unbelievable range. He could legit do anything. Okay, so this is what we need for the video. I'm going to probably just record this and then edit it later, actually. So I might end this stream in a second. Daniel Day-Lewis. Not good for a long series. All right, give me like General Kenobi the Negotiator. Toby Jones. Yeah, he's just too short. 5'5", can't do it. Like, part of this script is going to be like, there were a few actors we wanted to do. Six two and above. All right, let's come up with our top list right here. So, all right, I'm gonna nix actually these. I'm gonna do these a little later. I just want to see all the names. No. All right, let's bold who we think could be in our top 6. Andrew Scott, is Andrew Scott in our top 6? I think Cillian Murphy is in our top 6. Oh, not Matt Smith. No. No. Come on. There we go. Andrew Scott, John Sims, Mark Strong. Okay. I like those ones too. John Sim. So I like a Skarsgård in there. The Skarsgårds were gonna act as one person. Okay, this is gonna be our thing. Maybe they'll be like 5th on our list, but all the Skarsgårds are gonna be there. Yeah, we do have Andy Serkis on this list. His range is great. I just don't think his height is great. Maybe that sounds bad. Where he's gonna be in the list of people with bad height. Bill Nye, I think could just do him really well. He was pretty terrifying but too old. I think he's just a little bit too old to play Voldemort. Alex Scarp, he played a Voldy-like character in True Blood. Christian Coulson. Oh, I copy pasted the whole thing accidentally. He was young Voldy. Oh yeah, this role. Interesting. He kind of could do it. He kind of could rock it a little bit. Let's throw him on the list. I'm gonna put like these might be like some of the precursors, like people we thought of, but we're just like maybe. And he was Scrimger, I know. Jim Carrey, that's not a bad option. No joke. Fassbender, I think, is there. Joseph is my front runner, I think. Hugo, no. I don't like Benedict Cumberbatch for Voldemort. I know a lot of people like him as a Voldemort. I don't think he would be a great Voldemort. Matt Smith has this Voldemort air to him. Matt Smith has the air to him of Voldemort, I think. A little reptilian, you know? Not on board for Benny either. I don't know what it is about him. I just don't think he would be a great Voldemort. Like, he's not who I think of. He's like too professor-like. He's like almost too smart, which sounds weird because Voldemort is super smart. But Matt Smith is a good one. Whoever came up with Matt Smith. All right, so any of these other actors, I feel like the ones bolded right now are the ones we have that are the best. Andy Serkis I love, but too short. But I can only see Jim Carrey's teeth if I saw that role. Joaquin Phoenix. Same thing as Daniel Day-Lewis, not good for a long series. All right, so let me move all the bolded people to the top. Killian. John Sims. The Skarsgård brothers are all package deal. So this is the Trinity right here. Mark Strong is popping out in my head too. I feel like he could do that really well. Mark Strong is definitely going to be on my top 6 list, I think. I'll say, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 people on this list. He was a good Smog. Yeah, he kind of was a good Smog. All right, we're going to need to rank these. Who's going to be, who just misses? Okay, so Rock'n'Rolla? I've never seen that. Never even heard of it. Fascinating. All right, so Mark Strong, I think, is definitely in my top. Joseph Fiennes, I think, is definitely in my top. Joseph Fiennes just has that look to him. And he's Rafe's brother, which is just excellent. Joseph Fiennes, I think, could do this really well. I like that. The Skarsgårds, this is a package deal. I think they're going to be like my 5th. And I'm going to explain how they can kind of be like a package deal. Let me see a picture of John Sim again. See, the issue is I just don't know him in that much. I feel like I haven't seen him in all that much, which is actually a good thing. But it's like, for me coming up with a list of this stuff, I don't know. He was in Crime and Punishment. That's kind of nice. You think Bill Nighy? Oh, wait. Bill Nighy would just be a miss. Why would Bill Nighy just be a miss? His face is too oval. Yeah, no joke, Matthew. I'm kind of with you. Like someone with an ovular face. I don't know. Tom Hardy, Gerard Butler. I can't see Gerard Butler doing that. I think Mark Stone, again, Mark Stone I think is definitely up there. Life on Mars, but the face is wrong. Yeah. The face you have to have this face. You have to have this. Yeah, Bill Nighy is too old. That's going to be like my thing for Bill Nighy. I'm probably going to say I really like that. I think he could do it really well. So he's an honorable mention. I like that. I'm good at that. Honorable mention. John Sim, I think, is an honorable mention too. His face is just too round. We need one more honorable mention. And it's between I have an impression in my head of who I think the last honorable mention should be. And I think Andrew Scott should probably be the last honorable mention. He's almost too emotional. Like Toodles, what your point is really fascinating to me. That I do think that he has emotional volatility, but I think that I think Rafe had his emotionality really well. Like he wasn't like expressive, but he had fury to him. And Andrew Scott, is his facial expressions are almost too much sometimes. Although he does do great as Moriarty. He does do really good as Moriarty in Sherlock. Yeah. He Nai was the one that played Scrimgore, as Danny says. He could still play Scrimger. I don't know. For some reason, I like Andrew Scott. He's one of my favorites. He's almost too much of a hot priest for me. Robert Downey Jr.? Interesting. I don't know if I could see Robert Downey Jr. as him. Lars Mikkelsen? Wait, we have Mads. Ooh, shoot. Oh, he's fascinating. Dang. Why? Why did we add another one? Nemo, you're killing me because he's so good. He could do this so well. Okay, we're gonna have we have to freaking add him. And we're gonna make this because we're not putting Mads, we're putting Lars in here. Shoot, that's a great one. Sherlock villains in your head. Okay, I'm gonna put Andrew Scott as an honorable mention. Too much of a hot priest. If you haven't seen Fleabag, go watch Fleabag. I really like Matt Smith's look. Cillian Murphy is a front runner just generally. The Skarsgårds all together. Mark Strong is definitely up there. So between Fassbender and Lars. Oh, hold on. All right. Between these two actors, who is the last honorable mention? Actually, you know what? We can make a list of 7. Actually, I kind of like a list of 6, to be honest. Let's keep coming up with lists of 6. Between Lars right here. Let's look at this picture. My face is over his mouth. Lars and Mike. All right, who would you guys vote for to be the last honorable mention? Who actually cracks the top list? Who cracks the top 6? Lars or Michael Fassbender? Lars, Toodles, you're saying Lars cracks the list? There's almost... I kind of am with you guys, but there's like a little bit almost too much kindness in his face right here. That's throwing me off just a slight. Like he has the coldness, he has the reptilian look to him, but Michael Fassbender has this intensity to his eyes that I think plays Voldemort a little better. And I think Lars kind of has that. He's a sociopath. Oh, that's true. He is. Okay, let's go Lars. Lars is top. Oh, man. Just this look alone kind of is intense. But guys, we're talking about Michael Fassbender here. Michael Fassbender is a little too sexy. That's going to be our explanation for why he's honorable mention. He does have the thin skeletal face already, yeah. I know. So that in Paradigm Shift, this is where we're going with this. I think the books kind of portray this a little bit as well. But Tom Riddle was very handsome. He was very attractive. And as Lord Voldemort is growing older, I think he's growing less attractive because he's becoming more snake-like. So I like a hot actor to me portrays Tom Riddle a little bit more. Like if we're going on this spectrum, let's like say like this is the spectrum right here. This line, my finger. Right here is where Tom Riddle is, and right here is where Lord Voldemort is. I think Fassbender is a little bit too close to Tom Riddle. And yeah, I know it can be done with prosthetics and makeup, but the less of that, maybe the better. Actually, I don't know, because Fiennes was completely made up. So that's a great point. But we're going to just keep that. Now we have to come up with top 6. So these are our... These are our honorable mentions. And remember, the Skarsgårds are a trinity of brothers. This is one actor. They just painted the fine nose green for the most part. Interesting. That would be weird. Yeah, Voldy was almost unrecognizable as Riddle. Yeah. You didn't like how Voldemort looked in the books or in the movies? Yeah, I'm actually kind of with you a little bit as well. I think he looked great in Goblet of Fire. And some of the others, I don't know how. I think he looked a little. I don't know. He needed to look more soupy. Maybe that's a weird thing, but. All right, so let's do this. Matt Smith images. Images. Lars, we got images. Mark Strong. And the Trinity. The trifecta. These guys are like this is Voldemort, his progression. This is young Voldemort. This is Voldemort when he wanted to teach. And this is the Dark Lord himself. Except a little thinner and paler and skinnier. This is not how he died. Yeah, his death was terrible. Rise. Infants? Wait. John, are you thinking of John Rhys Davis, or is there another dude named this? Ooh. He was a Sandman or something like that, right? Who was he? He can actually do him pretty well. Yeah, this was a good. Oh, he was Zeno. That's right. Dang, that's crazy. He was Zeno. Wow, that's wild. Imagine Zeno. He was a lizard. That's right. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna just throw his name down just as like this will be like the pre-video. We thought of people like Mads. We thought of people like Jason Isaacs. So like people who could reprise roles. We even thought of like comedians like Sacha Baron Cohen. People like Andy Serkis could do it. Like Jim Carrey. Joaquin Phoenix. Benny. Daniel. Mads. do you spell Fines? I'm just going right there. Flaking off into the atmosphere was just terrible. Such a bad decision. All right, number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Mark Strong. Dang. The Skarsgårds are going to be my number 5. Matt Smith is my number 6. I like that his dead body was just there. You know? At number 5 are the brothers. And number 4 is Lars Mikkelsen. You know, now that I think about it, I hate. I mean, I hate how the movies ended it, because the movies, the book's obviously better than the movies. I wonder what the actual theory would be on that. Like, the theory is what Joe has written in the books. But if someone stretched out their soul 7 ways, and then finally they're defeated and their body is dead, the idea of him disintegrating like that is actually a fascinating one. It's a fascinating decision that they made, because it's as if like his soul has torn apart his body. Maybe I'll make a video about how that's actually a decent decision that they made. I got to throw that out in the sub, or on our subreddit. Like, is that actually a good decision that they made? Because what would the actual act of a Horcrux do to a person who has actually finally died? The Horcrux has been destroyed and the person has actually died. I like the idea of the dead body, because it's like he's just like nothing now. He hasn't gone away. His body's just there. But the idea that he's just like in non-existence, like his body isn't even there anymore, is a really fascinating one. Maybe it's not the worst decision ever, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll have a full discussion on that soon. Also, I'm going to move my face back up. All right. All right. My top. So he's 6, 5. Lars. Man, this is a hard decision, guys. I know Killian right now is the front runner. Here's my only issue with this. With Mark Strong, he would need to lose, I think, significant weight. And he's already super skinny. But can his face become like this is what Killian has for me. These cheekbones versus Strong's cheekbones, which are like, he just looks super healthy right now, and he's like strong. But I like the long and gangliness of Cillian Murphy just has it a little bit more for me. His physical appearance. Even though, to be honest, I think personality wise, Mark Strong probably, I think, would, in my mind, be a little bit better of a Voldemort. This is like it's almost like a deadlock tie. I'm gonna put Mark Strong as 3. And this one's like, yeah, I'm gonna just say deadlocked. The facial structure isn't gaunt enough for me. That's kind of what I'm trying to explain. Joseph Fiennes is my number 1. I really like that decision. He has like this like flat out terror to him in like a way that like almost like Joaquin Phoenix looked to him. Like there's something behind his eyes. But he looks devilish too. He's like devilishly handsome, you know? Yeah, that's paradigm shift. That's actually a good point. Seeing his body, you kind of know that it's over. Joseph Fiennes is my number 1. Maybe that's terrible for me to say, but he has a devilish look to him. That's the one. What else was this guy in? I mean, another thing, he's a brother of Rafe. You know, it'd be like, you know, it'd be actually a fascinating like fanfic. I'm sure there's been fanfic about this before. There's been fanfic on everything. But if Voldemort actually had a brother or a half brother, or like I know he does kind of have a half brother. Or no, he doesn't. He has his uncle. Sorry, that's what I'm talking about. But if he had like an actual half brother, or like another like full brother or something like that, like there were twins, you know, this is like Lord of the, or Star Wars stuff. He's Ralph's brother, yeah. Like this is like Star Wars stuff. The twins were separated, and one grew up in like a loving family, you know, a good home, and the other one was at an orphanage, and all of a sudden they meet, and it's like, it'd be kind of interesting to me. What if Tom Riddle Sr. married again and had a child who was also magical? That would be fascinating. That would be so interesting. Like a muggle born? That's a great concept, dude. That's such a good concept for a story. That would be so interesting. Has a gaunt face. I'm gonna come up with these things later. All right, guys. I am gonna end the stream. But if you want to keep hanging out, this is what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I don't actually have a link. If you guys, no, here we go. I'll find a link here. Who should we cast next? I almost want to do Lupin. Because I just have a good, I just really want someone to be Lupin to me. What's another? Maybe maybe we'll do Sirius Black next. Oops, sorry. All right, guys, if you just want to hang out, I'm gonna stream on the other channel. This is the other channel right here, and I'm gonna go play Age of Empires. I'm not like gonna just stay awake till I beat this one level because I've been trying to freaking beat this for months, literally just like a day. But I've been playing Age of Empires, or I played it last night a little bit, and I'm completely and fully addicted. So I'm gonna jump over there and start a stream, and like as soon as I end this, in like 5 minutes, and just play that game for a little bit. If anybody wants to just hang out and chill and just chat while we play. Ever played Battle for Middle Earth 2? I've never, but I played the Two Towers video game, which is so fun. I'm gonna start doing. There's gonna be a lot of gameplay on that channel now. I'm gonna just start doing Age of Empires, but Lord of the Rings? No way. Oh my gosh. That sounds so good. I'm so into Age of Empires right now. I'm such a fan of this game. But I'm going to end this stream. This was fantastic. Here's our top 6 list. Here's our honorable mentions. Great honorable mentions. So the video is going to be talking a little bit about some of the preliminary people that we thought of. And then it's going to go into, these are the honorable mentions of who we think could play him really well, but we think maybe just misses it a little bit. And our top 6, Matt Smith. What is Matt Smith's what is his like downfall? Almost has like too much like of a sexiness behind his eyes. Actually, this picture is like his intensity here. I'm gonna come up with this later. Well, here it is. Matt Smith is 6. The Skarsgård brothers are 5. Lars Mikkelsen is 4. Mark Strong has a gaunt face. He played the Doctor. Yeah, it might ruin the immersion. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I love that phrase that you use. May ruin the immersion. A lot of these actors that we picked before, a lot of these people are going to ruin the immersion. Like Andy Serkis, I love him. Ruin the immersion. Sacha Baron Cohen, ruin the immersion. Same thing with Jason Isaacs. Liam, Rafe would be good. Mads, I think, would ruin it. Joaquin would ruin it. Benny would ruin it. Daniel Day-Lewis would ruin it. Jim Carrey would ruin it. Literally all these would ruin, except for Rise, maybe. Oh, Demon. Who's? You're thinking? It's also, it doesn't for HOTD. What's HOTD? He's the oldest person in a younger man's body. Wait, House of the Dragon. Oh, gotcha. Who is in? Wait, Matt Smith was in House. Oh, he was in House of the Dragon. That's interesting. I haven't seen that full series yet, but I've seen the pictures and he was there. Yeah. So he probably logistically couldn't do that because I'm sure did Daemon Targaryen die in the first season? Actually, don't give spoilers away. Because if he did die, then he could play him, but if he didn't, he's probably going to be a little caught up for the next few years. Who's the oldest? Is Lars Mikkelsen the oldest here? Mark Strong is probably the oldest. Actually, that's not necessarily true. I'm just gonna keep that for a second though. All right, guys. Yeah, the guy that played Robert Baratheon would actually be a good Hagrid. Maybe we'll do Hagrid next. Hagrid's a main enough character that I feel like we could find a good Hagrid. Let's do Hagrid next. Hagrid's a very main character. I think we should do Hagrid next. We'll do Sirius or Hagrid next. One of the two. I feel like those two would be good ones to do next. And then we'll start filling in some of the minor characters. All right, guys. If you want to jump over to the Obsession channel, I'm gonna stream some ooh, Snape. That's a great point. Dang it, we have to do Snape. Okay, and then that next one's gonna be Snape. That's gonna be a controversial one. That is gonna be a hot freaking video. Oh man, that's gonna be a great one. Some of the actors that we have on this list could actually probably be a decent Snape. They're all maybe a little too old. Dang, that's a good one. Okay, Nemo, we're doing Snape next. Easily. Why didn't I think of doing Snape next? Okay, if you guys want to jump over to the next channel, I am going to stream some Age of Empires gameplay. If you just want to hang out, I'm going to start that stream as soon as I end this one. So jump into there if you want, and I will see you guys. I wholeheartedly hate on Snape, so that's my stance. Whoever it be, we'd have to hate on. Yeah, agreed. Adam Driver couldn't do it. He's too old. Although he's going to be on the list. For sure he's going to be on the list. All right, guys, if you want to jump over, jump over. If not, have a great night or afternoon or wherever you're at. Have a great day.